The movie begins with Kimberly, a contestant on her way to the West Virginia forest to film a survival reality show. At the time, she was on the phone with her manager, who was telling her where she was. She arrives at the crossroads. Her bosses ask her to choose the paper factory route, and she drives her car towards it. Coming on this route, her call is disconnected. When she checks her mobile, it is out of signal. While checking the mobile, a man is hit with her car coming in front of it. She is upset and getting off the car. She goes to check on him, and she is praying for his life. He was still alive with short breaths. She wanted to help him. Coming near him, she is caught by him. Biting on her lower lip, he detaches it and chews. Kimberly is twisting in pain. She attempts to escape from there but faces one more mutant who catches her. And that mutant was 3 Fingers. Standing Kimberly straight, he splits her into 2 parts with an axe. Both leave separately, taking her single part, and this scene is very disturbing. After that, a retired COL named Dale Murphy is shown, who is hosting the reality show in the West Virginia forest. The show name is The Apocalypse. This show involves 6 participants, including Kimberly, but she could not reach because she was victimized by the mutants. A boy named Michel was dealing with the show, and he was also the director of the show. All are ready for shooting, but Kimberly is still absent. Michel decides to start the shooting without her, and he requests the show's second producer, Mara, to be the 6th contestant of this show, and she agrees. They set cameras throughout the forest so they can keep an eye on all contestants. They also fix a camera on every contestant. Then they start shooting. Dale assigns them a strange task of searching for food in the forest. He divides the 6 contestants into separate teams. Telling all the rules, their show is started. In the footage through the fixed camera in RV, we view Neil, who is toileting at that time. Meanwhile, the 3-finger mutant catches him, coming from the backside, and he kills him by cutting his throat. After that, we see Dale, who is setting up the game, standing in the forest. He finds his vehicle punctured with a pricked arrow in its tire as he comes back to it. After that, someone also darts arrows at him. Saving himself, he hides behind the trees. In front of him, the 3 Fingers mutant throws an axe at him. He survives the axe and brings out a knife, throwing it at the 3 Fingers mutant. It stabs his chest exactly, leaving no effect, and he licks his own blood-stained knife. Then another mutant appears out of nowhere. He knocks Dale out cold, hitting him on the backside. On the other side, Michel is shooting Team A, aiming to make his channel famous. He wanted to show the whole world other things alongside the survival reality. But Jake forbids him from doing so. He says, "My family will also be viewers." Saying this, he leaves from there. But Elena did not want to miss this chance. She wanted to be prominent in the show, so she tempts Michel. Elena and Mara are assigned a task. This task was to go near the river for its completion. Running, they come near the river hurriedly, and Mara moves forward to complete this task. She completes the task in a split second. But looking at Michel and Elena, she is disheartened because she was doing all that for Michel. She is saddened, and Elena gets across her. Amber and Jonesy see a barbecue, and they consider it their task. They leave, lifting it with the help of cloth. Mara wanted to leave the area, so she walks in front of a house. She enters the house to locate a telephone. In the house, they observe the photos of 4 distorted people, including Pa, Ma, sister, and brother. They were very dangerous mutants. As they are looking at all these photos, someone enters screaming, and they see at a glance, stealthily. It is the mother and sister. The mother was suffering from delivery pain. The sister lays her on the table, and she gives birth to a child. That child was very horrible. Elena and Mara were observing them when suddenly the sister glances at them. She is nearly about to pounce on them. They close the door and, taking the support of the bed, shut it forcefully. Outside, however, the sister is slamming the door. All of the windows are securely shut. They are distressed, having no way of escape. They don't understand what should be done. So, they have to come outside through the toilet hole. They are running hastily to rescue their lives. But noticing them, Pa throws an axe, which strikes Mara's head. Elena does not stop to save her and flees. Coming there, Pa brings out the axe from Mara's head and pursues Elena. Elena hides there and tries hard to save her life. On the other side, Ma comes there to take Pa by truck, and she has fastened Mara to the truck. Chewing her finger, she throws it away, and that finger falls exactly near Elena. Nina tries to keep quiet by placing her hand on her mouth. As those cannibals leave, Elena also escapes. Michelle goes to the RV, leaving that place, and Elena is left alone. The brother has been watching Elena for a long time, and at the exact moment, the sister also arrives. Seeing her, the sister feels jealous and begins to beat her brother. As Elena is escaping, the sister chases her, holding a knife. She attacks her back with the knife many times. She injures her so violently that her spine is visible, and she dies on the spot. Coming to consciousness, Dale finds himself hanging upside down. Three Finger is in front of him, making dinner while cutting Neil. Meanwhile, Pa and Ma arrive by truck. They leave after placing Mara's body there. Three Finger is nearly murdering Dale, but Dale frees himself, wounding him. Dale is a brave soldier and courageously faces Three Finger. At last, snatching the gun from Three Finger, he shoots him. Back in the RV, Michelle is checking all the cameras. Suddenly, the RV starts driving automatically. Michelle thinks Neil is driving it, but it's actually being driven by Ma and Pa, who sees Michelle. Pa leaves him injured after beating him too much. On the other side, Amber, Jonesy, and Jake are enjoying the barbecue. Elena, much worried, reaches their trembling. Revealing everything, she says, "We should not stay here even for a single minute." Jonesy thinks it's part of the show and that she is dramatizing. Then suddenly, Amber notices Kimberly's tattoo on the barbecue they are eating. They are actually eating Kimberly's leg and realize what has happened. Realizing this, they don't stay and leave the place. Coming to the RV, they find nothing. Then they decide to move towards the paper mill to save their lives. Dale also searches the house, where he meets Menard. Menard is the owner of the gas station from earlier in the movie. Dale is stitching his wounds inside. Menard tells him about the mutants. He explains that these mutants are the result of inbreeding and chemical waste from the paper mill. Because he knows Dale murdered Three Finger, he attacks him, claiming that Three Finger was his son. Dale picks up the dynamite kept there and touches it to Nard. There is a big blast and Nard is scattered into small pieces. After that, Dale prepares himself for a fight with the mutants, collecting all the equipment. The four of them are searching for the mill when they hear a screaming sound from the forest. It's the brother and sister pursuing them. Nina, showing her vanity again, escapes, leaving them behind. The three of them face the mutants and escape after fighting. While running, Nina falls into a pit. She tries to climb out but becomes trapped. Despite Nina's selfishness in leaving them behind, Jake decides to search for her. He sends Amber and Jonesy toward the mill, saying they will meet there. He himself goes searching for Nina. Hearing her shrieks, he runs to help her. After searching, he successfully rescues her, but his shoulder gets fractured. They hear the sound of a truck approaching, so they run. While running, they reach the edge of a cliff, with a river below. The sister soon arrives, firing at them. With no other way to escape, they jump into the river. Meanwhile, Amber and Jonesy are running, and Jonesy gets trapped. While trying to rescue him, Amber also gets caught in the trap. At the same time, Pa and Ma arrive. Pa targets them but gives the chance to the brother, who kills Jonesy with his first attack. Nina and Jake eventually reach the mill after great effort. They find a little girl's skeleton in a cupboard and Nina is frightened by the sight. She imagines the little girl had hidden there from the mutants, but died while waiting. Frightened, Nina tries to leave, but Jake holds her back, saying, "Jonesy and Amber are nearly here. We should wait for them." They notice a number of cars belonging to the victims. Their RV is also there, and they can hear Michael's continuous screams. Both move ahead to save his life. As Jake enters, he sees a live video of Michael being murdered mercilessly by Ma. Jake realizes it's a trap, but it's too late. They are captured as well. When Nina regains consciousness, she finds herself tied up in front of a dining table, while Jake is hanging upside down. It's dinner time for the mutant family, and they pray before eating. The brother forcefully puts food into Nina's mouth. Here, it is revealed that the factory was actually their home. Ma throws the left part of the body into the grinding machine, and Dale is covertly observing her. Coming outside, Dale's movement creates a sound. Everyone becomes alert and starts searching for him. Dale blows up the brother and sister with dynamite, trapping them. Inside, Nina tries to free herself. Meanwhile, Dale reaches her and frees her. Afterward, he also unties Jake. Ma and Pa arrive at that moment, and they lose their temper when they see their kids blown apart. Pa shoots arrows at Dale multiple times, but Dale is a muscular man. Ma throws a sharp tool at him, which wraps around his neck and cuts it. He loses a lot of blood and dies on the spot. Nina escapes from the mill with great effort, but Jake mistakenly enters the room with the grinding machine. Ma and Pa go there and try everything to force him into the grinding machine. Nina hears Jake's screams and rushes to help him. She bites Pa's neck, pulling out his skin. Beating Pa, Jake tries to drag him toward the grinding machine, and Pa loses one hand in the process. Ma pulls Pa away from the grinding machine on the spot. Meanwhile, Nina pulls a lever and a moving log hits them, throwing Ma and Pa into the grinding machine. As a result, they are crushed into small pieces. Nina and Jake get into their car and drive away. In the last scene, it is revealed that Three Finger is still alive. He serves Mara's finger as a meal to a distorted child, and the movie ends here. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe our channel for exciting videos.